Or at the post. Here they come. They're off. That's Mr. Isaac for the early lead, coming away alongside a Speedy Sail. Also on the move there, Wishful Chinaman on the outside, like a hurricane. They drive into that first turn, the early leader by a length and a half, Mr. Isaac, racing in second to the quarter-mile post. Speedy Sail hung out there like a hurricane along the rail. That's Madam's Jewel, the quarter in 30 seconds. On the front end, the leader by a length and a half as they go to the half-mile pole is Mr. Isaac. Speedy Sail racing second, in third, Madam's Jewel racing in fourth. That's Egyptian Hawk still on the outside, fifth to the half-mile pole. Goes Wishful Chinaman racing in sixth position along the rail Hawthorne map. The half was in 1 minute and 3/5. Into the three-quarters, staying out there by a length. The leader is Mr. Isaac. Speedy Sail racing second, in third round the turn. Madam's Jewel. Wishful Chinaman has seen the whole plant here. He's seen everything. On the front end, turning for home, the leader, Mr. Isaac. Speedy Sail racing second. Madam's Jewel backing off the rest of the pack here. It's Mr. Isaac, the leader now. Speedy Sail is closing ground second. That Speedy Sail on the outside along the rail. Mr. Isaac. Speedy Sail gets that lead. Mr. Isaac racing second. But it's Speedy Sail's night tonight. Speedy Sail's gonna win it. Racing second, Mr. Isaac. A distant third, Hawthorne map. Here they come. They're off. Down along the inside, that's Magic Shelby. On the outside, moving out fast for the lead now, goes Red Tross. Red Tross gets the lead. Magic Shelby is second, racing in third position. Goes Silky Selection, still in stride, fourth. Racing in fifth round the turn is Fulmar Farfel. They go to the quarter-mile pole on the front end. The leader by two open. Off stride there is Red Tross with Brian Carpenter. The leader by a length is Magic Shelby. Racing in second position, Silky Selection. In third, still in stride. Along the rail, Quaker Wood is fourth. Up on the outside, Master Wolf fifth. Fulmer Farfel is sixth. Racing in seventh position as they go over to the half-mile mark was Slipstack, the half in 1 minute and 3/5. On the mid-back side, the leader by a length as they go to the turn Magic Shelby racing right there, second, Silky Selection. It's Magic Shelby, the leader, Silky Selection racing second, starting to fade. Master Wolf moving 3 wide, Fulmer, Farfel, they're in the lane. The leader 3 parts of a length. Magic Shelby quickly up on the outside now to get that lead. Silky Selection down along the rail, still in stride, moving through on the grandstand side. It's Fulmer, Farfel on the lead. Down along the rail, still in stride between horses. Quaker Wood, the leader, Fearful Farfel, Quaker Wood, and still in stride. Here they come. They're off. Off stride at the start, B Superflow. Moving out to get that lead, March 7th along the rail. Sacramento View, Kings Point Ranger tucks in third. Racing in fourth to the quarter goes Bubba Love in fifth. Mariah's Tribute, Hot Dog Rocky is sixth. B Superflow seventh. Trailing after Miss Q Baltic Charm, they go off the quarter, 29-3. Down the side, moving up to get that lead is Sacramento View racing second. March 7th in third, Kings Point Ranger, Bubba Love is fourth. Trotting fifth, Mariah's Tribute, Hot Dog Rocky sixth. B Superflow is seventh, Baltic Alarm last. They move off the half mile in a flat minute. The favorites racing 1 and 2, Sacramento View leads it. March 7th, racing second along the rail, Kings Point Ranger third. Up on the outside to be fourth as they go to the 3/4 mile pole, Bubba Love. They turn for home, Sacramento View keeps that lead a length and a half. March 7th, trotting second, final 1/4 mile, it's Sacramento View on top. March 7th, second, Bubba Love out there, third, Kings Point Ranger, fourth. The leader is Sacramento View by 3 lengths, trotting second, March 7th, but Sacramento View's holding on here. March 7th is second, Kings Point Ranger trotting third. It's Sacramento View on top. It's going to be tight for second.
Starting gate. Yeah, they're off in trotting. It goes turning on the juice. Good early jet for him. He's going right to the front. Turning on the juice gets the lead. Here's Noble Windswept now leaving quickly. Pulsar Hanover trying to secure the 2-hole, and he did it. Into fourth we go for Character Kid. Middle Range Jorma is next. Also perfect is the trailer. They trot towards the initial quarter. Eddie putting everybody in the early tucks with turning on the juice. He leads it by a length and a half. Next in second, it is Pulsar Hanover. The quarter in 30 1/5. As they trot past the pavilion down the stretch towards the finish line the first time, conducting this one, turning on the juice. Pulsar Hanover is next, followed in third for Noble Windswept. They're 2.5 back to Character Kid, 2 more to Middle Branch Jorma, 2 more to Also Perfect. It's all turning on the juice in the first half mile. Turning on the juice, Pulsar Hanover right with them. Noble Windswept is next. No change amongst the rest of this point as they move by the half. Only 101. Last 3 remain Character Kid, Middle Branch Jorma. They're both ready to the outside. And Also Perfect rounds it out as they head towards 3/4, turning on the juice. Uncontested at this point. Now pressure to the outside from Character Kid as they start to pick up the tempo. Pulsar Hanover in the pocket. Noble Windswept also perfect 3. Meadow Branch Jorma has jumped off stride. 3/4 for Turning on the Juice. He is in command in 1:30 and 4. Turning on the Juice. Character Kid in the 2nd. Pulsar Hanover 3rd. Noble Windswept in 4th as they hit the top of the stretch. About an 1/8 of a mile here for Turning on the Juice. They are on their way home. He's starting to widen again. Got a 3-4 lengths. He is drawing off now. Turning on the Juice. This has Coast to Coast written all over it. Noble Windswept up to 2nd. It's Eddie and Turning on the Juice.
Ace.
In the 7th race, it reads from top to bottom. 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 scratch. 1 on the bottom. 20.
Here they come. They're off. That's Clovis on the far outside going for the early lead. Coming away second along the rail there was Happy Satanic, getting off 3rd and looking for position. Dad's Honey. They race into the first turn with Clovis leading by 3 lengths along the rail. Happy Satanic racing in 3rd as they go to the 1/4 mile pole. Dad's Hobby racing in 4th. E.H. Marco, the 1/4, 27 and 4/5. The leader by 2 lengths now is Clovis, dropping in 2nd. Dad's Hobby in 3rd. As they go to the 1/2 mile pole, Happy Satanic racing in 4th position. That's E.H. Marco. Ungaro is 5th. Racing in 6th on the mid-back side, Mr. Spring. Clovis has opened up 4 lengths after a 1/2 mile and 57 and 1/5. It's Clovis leading, racing 2nd, Happy Satanic. Ungaro on the outside is 3rd, racing in 4th as they swing round the turn. Goes Happy Satanic. Clovis racing wide, leads by 3, racing 2nd is Ungaro. They're in the lane. It's Clovis leading. Ungaro closing ground on the outside 2nd. Clovis leads it. Ungaro is off stride. It's Clovis, the leader, racing on the outside 2nd through the lane, and now moving between horses. That's Beowulf. It's Clovis leading on the far outside. Beowulf comes on now, also E.H. Marco. That's Beowulf along the inside getting the lead. Sweet Baby Ray is 2nd. In 3rd, Mr. Spring. $579.60. The trifecta of 10-5-4 pays $22,682.40.
Fields in the straightaway. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Painted Clown firing out quickly for the lead. Going right with him is Stop the Shootin'. It's Painted Clown on the outside. Stop the Shootin' racing 2nd, a length and a half. Broadway Circuit is 3rd. Anxious Roscoe racing in 4th. Dad's Debt racing in 5th. Frantic Frenzy in 6th. Then comes J.E. Big Red. Your trailer, Bo Roo Do It. They roll for the 1/4. Painted Clown on top, a length and a 1/4. Stop the Shootin' right there in 2nd. They go by the 1/4. 28 and 4. Your leader is Painted Clown. A tight length. Stop the Shootin' racing in second. Now Stop the Shootin' drives from the pocket. Up to challenge Painted Clown for the lead. It's Painted Clown on the inside. Stop the Shootin' hard pressed to make the lead. 3 lengths back to Broadway Circuit. Racing in third. Another gap of 4 to Anxious Roscoe. Racing in fourth. Dad's Dead is fifth. Frantic Frenzy. 3.5 back in sixth. Then a gap 2. J.E. Big Red and Bo Roo do it. They go by the half. Stop the Shootin' has made the top. 57-2 for the half. Stop the Shootin', your leader a length. Painted Clown racing in second. Broadway Circuit now drives from third. Attacks on the outside second. On the inside, it's Stop the Shootin'. On the outside, Broadway Circuit. Painted Clown racing in third. Anxious Roscoe picks up cover in fourth. They come to the corner. Stop the Shootin'. On a short lead. Broadway Circuit is right at his neck. Around the turn, they're in the stretch. Stop the Shootin'. Leads a length. Broadway Circuit racing in second. Here comes Anxious Roscoe. He's got it working now. He moves up third. Down the stretch they race. Stop the Shootin' under a drive. Anxious Roscoe. Broadway Circuit still there between horses. Painted Clown looks for racing room from far back. Frantic Frenzy comes on. A little more than a 16th to go. It Stop the Shootin'. Anxious Roscoe. Frantic Frenzy on the grandstand side. It's Anxious Roscoe. Here's Frantic Frenzy. Anxious Roscoe maybe over Frantic Frenzy. Close for third.
For win in 3 condition might be sharp enough to pick up a piece. I would.
Pacers are on behind the gate. The gate swings around the turn, and there they go. Often pacing number 5, Symmetron goes right out for the lead. Number 8, L.O. on the outside, inside the 1 French Gem. Third, number 3, Mr. Boogity takes a seat. Fourth, fifth at the rail, Perry's Breeze. He out of the turn, racing 6, Mount Crested Butte. Seventh at the rail, Fortune Tine. Racing 8, Never So Bold. Treading the field, Ditto Angus. As they race around the turn and go to the first quarter mark, 28-1. He entered the lane for the first time. On top of the field, it's L.O. by a length and a quarter. Powering out of the 3-hole French Gem as they race into the turn. Down along the rail, Symmetron as they race into the turn. Up on the outside, French Gem after the leader, L.O. Racing down along the rail, Symmetron racing third. Down along the rail, fourth, Mr. Boogity racing fifth. Perry's Breeze, they're by the half, 58-3. Racing to the backside, L.O. continues on the front end. Symmetron second. On the outside, French Gem backing it up. Down the backside they go. Mr. Boogity is fourth. Racing fifth, Perry's Breeze. Sixth and moving on the outside, Never So Bold. Closing on the outside from way back, Ditto Angus. Into the turn, it's L.O. with the lead. Symmetron second. 3/4, 128-4. Midway around the final turn. On top of the field, it's L.O. Racing second is Symmetron. Closing on the outside, Never So Bold. Down the stretch they come. L.O. with the lead. Symmetron comes to the outside. Mr. Boogity Lightning Lane coming to the wire. L.O. Symmetron on the outside. L.O. in front. 158-3 over the 5-3.
By Dave Maxwell. Starter calls. Here they come. They're off. That's Lake Hills Alexis for the early lead, coming away between horses into the turn. Goes Broadway Final Act, racing in third as they go to the turn. That's Elsie's Messenger. Elsie's Messenger on the inside, Broadway Final Act on the outside, coming away third. Lake Hills Alexis in fourth position. The Broadway Cutie, they go off the quarter. 28 2/5. The new leader, Lake Hills Alexis. Broadway Final Act is second. Elsie's Messenger third. Racing in fourth position, Broadway Cutie along the rail. Brandy Wine on the outside. Fox Valley Madonna sixth. Into the half mile, they're double decker. The leader by a length and a quarter. Lake Hills Alexis racing in second after a half and 59 2. Broadway Final Act up on the outside. Fox Valley Madonna's third. The leader by a length, Lake Hills Alexis. Fox Valley Madonna out there hanging second. Racing in third as they turn for the money, Broadway Final Act. In the lane, it's Lake Hills Alexis out there by 2.5 lengths. Down along the inside, racing in second, Broadway Final Act. Lake Hills Alexis leads it. Broadway Final Act racing second. On the outside, coming on third in the lane now. That's Keller's Finale. On the front end, the leader is Lake Hills Alexis. Keller's Finale moves up second on the outside. Sweet Trip, it's Lake Hills Alexis tight for second. Here they come. They're off. In between horses, that's Neil's Girl for the early lead. Finale's Law out there, coming away third. On the outside is French Crystal. Moving up to get that early lead, Finale's Law. Neil's Girl racing second. Down along the rail, third to the quarter-mile pole, Incredible Sis. Dropping in fourth there, French Crystal, as they go by the quarter. 27 3, a slowed pace here. Finale's Law leads it up on the outside. French Crystal's going to have a go. That's French Crystal on the outside, Finale's Law on the inside, Neil's Girl racing third. In fourth, Incredible Sis. In fifth to the half-mile marker. That's My Sis. On the outside, getting that lead now is French Crystal, the half, 57 seconds. It's French Crystal, the leader. Racing in second as they swing round the turn. Finale's Law, Neil's Girl out there third. And Neil's Girl and Dale Heitman goes off stride. Let's have the ambulance. Let's have the ambulance. No, it should be all right with the ambulance. No need for the ambulance, gentlemen. The horses are under control. No problem. No problem. Could use the marshal. On the front end, moving up is Finale's Law to get the lead. That's How Calm out there. Between horses driving through, WYSIWYG. Now it's WYSIWYG, How Calm on the outside. WYSIWYG and How Calm in a driving finish. WYSIWYG, How Calm and tight for third. Reads down in your program, did not finish, scratch, did not finish. They're off. On the outside, Sparks Will Fly for the early lead. Coming away second, Lady Laurie K. Down along the rail, Yes My Lady, and Lady Laurie K. hustles up to get the lead. Sparks Will Fly second, racing in third, Yes My Lady. Sealster Gal is fourth. In fifth position, Quick Mischief, a gap, finds Deadly Foe sixth. Racing seventh, Lost My Lovin' Kindly Hanover. They go off to quarter 28 3/5. The leader, Lady Laurie K. Racing in second, Sparks Will Fly. Yes, my lady is third, Sealster Gal fourth. Racing in fifth and drawing from fifth, Quick Mischief. Down along the inside, racing six, Deadly Foe, Lost My Love, and Kindly Hanover is last. So little time and so much to do. They go into the three quarters after a half and 57 4/5. Lady Laurie K. shows the way, racing in second along the rail. Sparks Will Fly on the outside, gaining ground third. That's Quick Mischief, final quarter of a mile. The leader, Lady Laurie K. Sparks Will Fly. Here comes Kindly Hanover, pacing a storm on the outside. The leader, Lady Laurie K., but Kindly Hanover's gaining ground. Lady Laurie K.'s under-urging Kindly Hanover on the outside. Kindly Hanover from last to first wins it all here for Pinsky, racing second, tight. Here they come. They're off. Towards the inside, last lap came away well down along the rail. That's Lake Hills Ralph with Electric Shadow on the outside, racing up to challenge now. And get the lead is Barney Beach. Barney Beach leads it, racing second as they go over to the quarter-mile pole on the rail. Lake Hills Ralph racing in third, Electric Shadow in fourth. Last lap, Silky Speedster fifth, racing in sixth. That's Anxious Typhoon. Up on the outside now to get the lead goes Lake Hills Ralph, racing in second position. Barney Beach in third, Electric Shadow racing up to be fourth as they go to the half-mile. Silky Speedster on the front end. Silky Speedster is up to challenge Lake Hills Ralph for the lead. That's Silky Speedster on top, racing second. Lake Hills Ralph in third as they swing round the turn. Barney Beach on the outside, racing in fourth as they turn for home. Comes Desert Mohawk. Anxious Typhoon moves up there in the lane. The leader is Silky Speedster by 2 lengths, but they're closing in now. Between horses, Lake Hills Ralph comes on. That's Lake Hills Ralph getting the lead, closing on the outside. Anxious Typhoon shows on top. Lake Hills Ralph racing second along the rail, third. That's Barney Beach. It's Anxious Typhoon. Barney Beach is going to be second. In third is last lap. Here they come. They're off. That's Awesome Viking for the early lead. Along the inside, coming away well for position, was Keystone Soprano, and Awesome Viking gets the lead. Keystone Soprano is second, dropping in third there. Goes Moments to Remember. Clever Defense drops in fourth. Nuclear Passion is fifth. In sixth, Mariah's Thunder. Lie Lady Lie is seventh, opening up a 2-length lead. Awesome Viking racing in second. Keystone Soprano in third. Moments to Remember racing fourth. Clever Defense in fifth position on the mid-backside. Nuclear Passion racing in sixth. Mariah's Thunder, Lie Lady Lie trails the leader by a length. Awesome Viking, Moments to Remember out there. Second, the half was in 57 4/5. The leader is Awesome Viking on the outside. The challenger second to the 3/4 mile mark. Moments to Remember. Moments to Remember on the outside. Awesome Viking on the inside. Moving 3 wide as they turn for home now. That's Clever Defense. Those 3 are all in trouble as they straighten out. Moments to Remember with Clever Defense on the outside. Nuclear Passion comes on now. On the far outside, closing ground, Mariah's Thunder and Lie Lady Lie. Mariah's Thunder, Nuclear Passion, Lie Lady Lie in the grandstand side. Nuclear Passion, Mariah's Thunder, they come to the wire. Nuclear Passion, Mariah's Thunder and Lie Lady Lie. Here they come. They're off. That's Sea Swinger for the early lead, coming away between horses. Fun Legacy on the outside, moving up. Prince Yara. Fun Legacy leads. Prince Yara racing second. In third as they go to the quarter is Shine Knight racing in fourth position round the turn. That's Kentucky Cash in fifth as they go off the 1/4 mile pole. After All, the leader by 2 lengths is Fun Legacy. That's Shine Knight on the outside. Now it's Shine Knight on the outside getting the lead for Morgan racing in second. Fun Legacy in third. Prince Yara racing fourth. Kentucky Cash in fifth as they go to the half-mile pole on the outside. After All, moving up to be sixth. Royals Royce. They went the half mile in 58 seconds. Shine Knight leads by 2. After All moves up to be second. Along the rail third as they go to the 3/4 on the inside. That's Fun Legacy racing in fourth round the turn. Comes Profiteer. In the lane, the leader is Shine Knight. On the outside, the challenger second as they drive through the stretch now is After All. That's After All on the outside getting the lead. Shine Knight racing second. After All leads it with Shine Knight second, racing in third position in the lane. Profiteer. The leader is After All. After All's going to win it. Shine Knight will be second. Profiteer third, and Vance Lobel fourth.